Hey, Brian from Garage Hall. We have a Ford F-250 and we are going to be upgrading the light bulbs, the headlights, and just to kind of give you an idea. So that is your standard beam, that is your high beam, and we're just looking to get something probably a little bit better, a little bit clearer, a little bit brighter than the stock ones. So let's go through. We'll show you one more time, and we'll show you how to take it apart, replace the bulbs, take basically the front end apart, which sounds like a lot, but it's not too bad. And again, so that is your high beam, and then this is going to be your low beam, your standard beam, standard headlight. And yeah, stay tuned. Hey, Brian from Garage Hall. Today we are working on the Ford F-250. And some of the Ford trucks have this newer configuration for the headlights. Anyway, have a customer and they want to install these Auxito LED lights. So we're going to replace those with the original ones. I guess replace the original ones with these LED lights. Just kind of give you an idea. And they do come with some gloves. And then that is your bulb. So it is a pretty good exact replacement, just to kind of give you an idea. So when we get in there, we'll be able to see that a lot better. And let me get this prepared over on this side. I'll just get this plastic off. These ready to install. So a couple tricky points. One, this headlight has a bolt that comes down here on the side, so you got to kind of get this Weller stripping out of the way. There's two bolts here on a bumper that we are actually going to stretch down a little bit to get in there. You can use like a swivel and some like a low profile, but I mean you are going to probably hate life doing that. So you want to pick up one of these. This is kind of like a spreader. It's kind of like one of those lift things, so if you got to like position a heavy piece of furniture into place. But if you're any type of DIYer, handyman, definitely pick up one of these. It'll make your life a lot easier in this job, kind of like a piece of cake. So anyway, a couple things on top. Let's get this out of the way for a quick second. So a couple things on top. You have to loosen up basically this whole cowl that's on top of here. So again, get one of these tools. And I will list everything in the description on the parts of everything that you need. And sometimes these go easy, sometimes they do not. So again, plastic around a lot of heat usually means that they're going to get warped. Alright, so that's one. Two. So far so good. Let's get this other one out. So there. So those are all those four. We got these other ones here. So we'll separate them a little bit. I'm going to have this one kind of sits down in the well a little bit. Help with a little screwdriver. that one. Okay, so that's that. So there are a bunch of these, and they are really, they're pretty good. All right, so we're running across. Screwdriver is actually, seems like it's really working on getting these little guys out of here a lot easier. And then we got all these left on the front. I miss screws. All right. Only good thing is these do go back in rather quickly. All right, so I think that is all of them on the front here. All right, so that comes off. I'll put that off here on the side, out of the way. All right, so then on the headlight, you got a couple screws here that you need to get, but you got to get this front grille off. And how we're going to do that is you need a 10mm socket, and then there's this piece here on the front of the bumper, and I get a screwdriver in there, peel that out of the way, and then you have a 10mm screw in here. So that one's there on that side. We got one here on this side. That one, basically that grill will pop out, so you got a couple fasteners on it, and a couple screws up here on top. So let's get that going. those are our bolts so far. Then up here we have a bolt. So undo that. So that is that little nut on top of that. And then this side pulls straight out. Then it pulls out. That's another 10 millimeter. And put up here. Okay. That kind of pulls that out. Okay, so on the side here for this headlight, so in here, you have these two bolts right here. And what you want to do is you want to get them out. That's one. This top one here. Okay. And what that does is that's going to free this bumper so you can get to that bolt right in there. So what I do is I have one of these little lower devices. And as you see, I just bend it down enough that I can get in there without scratching them more on the finish. And you want to get in there with your 13 millimeter. That's right there. It's actually kind of loose. Get that out. I might need a plier to put that back in, but anyway. So that's going to get you into your headlight, and then what you do is kind of put a screwdriver in there and kind of get it freed up a little bit. And that pops out. And then again, remember the socket. Just kind of twist it counterclockwise. And that comes out, and that is your old bulb. And then these are going to be city replacements. So it's an exact fit. Now make sure you remove the old seal. That's your old seal. Put your new one down. And then twist and lock into place. that bottom one that clicked into place. So this whole side is done. And we'll just put this back in. Alright, then you put this, so you snap that in. And then we'll go to this side. Get all these 10 millimeters out. So those go there. Then this whole headlight piece comes loose. And we'll do the same thing on this side. And put this bolt back in. And we can kind of get it back in. Like I said, you might need a pair of pliers to kind of guide that into a hole. Then we'll just tighten that down. Tighten that in, and we release this, and puts that bumper back into place, and then we just put these bolts in. Nice and tight. So that's all back together. Okay, on this side, basically the same thing. Alright, and then again, pull this weather stripping down so you can kind of get in there and see where that bolt's at. And then we'll put this in here. And just enough to kind of get a room that we need. Nice. And again, grab it with a pair of pliers if need be. Alright, so that's that. Okay. Pull the snap out. And the headlight should move forward enough that we can get in there. And again, remember, these are going to kind of be on the stiffer side. So just gently grab the top of that tab, and then you want to pull up with that. And then that frees that. Then you want to gently twist that, counterclockwise. Pull the old seal out. That is your old bulb. We'll get our new Exito bulbs in with the new seal. And same thing, those will go in kind of like the exact same way. Twist it, lock that into place. Make sure that clicks down. So that one's nice and clicked. So same thing down here. Gently grab the top of that tab ever so gently. Get your screwdriver down. There you go, nice and pop. So it twists out. Wiring harnesses out of the way, and then twist that counterclock, pull that up, get that old seal, and put these Exitos in. Then we just turn until you feel them pop into place. Then again, push down on this, and then that locks into place, and then that's all done. And we kind of move this back into place until it kind of like snaps into place up there. And then we get back down here, put this bolt into place. To try to get that to sit back up. Might need a screwdriver to kind of sneak in there to kind of hold that in its place to where it's got to go. Alright, so that's tight. Let this go. Bumper bolts back together. Worked in good. That while we're stripping back into place. And before we get too far, let's turn these on and make sure that the lights work. Alright, so new bulb. I mean, these are super bright. Okay, let's turn that off and put it back together. Alright, so basically line this up, that peg goes in that hole, kind of get everything kind of like situated on here on top, make sure that lines up, See, that's all nice together. Now the headlights. Let's put these together. Here. All right, these bolts here. All right, so it's nice and tight. That looks good. All right. Then we have those 10 millimeters. I go through here. All right, so let's put these bolts back in. Snaps in like this. That snaps in like that. All right. And we do have a couple drills, pieces that we got to get done. I mean, these 10 mil. Okay. That's all nice and solid. And we can put all these pieces back in. So it fits nice and good there. That one was kind of a long, weird pin that went in there like that. Then these are all just push. So you got a little help with a screwdriver. Push that back in. top ones in. All right, so that's all done. Let's go bring it for a drive as soon as the lights go out, and we'll see what a difference it's made. Anyway, Brian from Garage Mahal, stay tuned. All right, Brian from Garage Mahal. Okay, Brian from Garage Mahal, driving around in a Ford F-250, and we are going to be replacing the headlight bulbs because these are just kind of like, they're not bright enough. So that is with high beam. Then that is your regular beam. So we're going to go through, replace the bulbs. There are 4, so there's 2 at the top and there's 2 at the bottom. But anyway, again, that is your high beam, which isn't too bad. And then this is going to be the low beam. Anyway, stay tuned. Alright, so these are the Exito LED bulbs installed, and you can tell they are a lot brighter. Super clear, super bright. And I'll try to put some before and after, kind of like side-by-side comparison, and we'll see how these go. Alright, Brian from Garage Mahal, thanks for watching and be safe out there.